What's up, guys? So I'm going to be doing a video on what I feed my tortoises, and I'm going to start off with romaine lettuce. This is something that you'll see pretty often when it comes to tortoises. People usually feed this a lot, and this romaine lettuce is pretty good for them, but the thing is that it doesn't have that much nutritional value. And this you would only want to feed mostly for hydration and just to fill them up a little bit. So maybe it's a treat, just give it to them just to distract them basically, while they don't need to eat right now. Like, let's say you feed them as a staple, you could be feeding them something like this. This is much better. This is a tortoise diet. This is Reptile, but I prefer feeding Missouri. This is the one that I use for the babies sometimes. They don't really like this too much though. And what you would like to do with this is you put it in a bowl that they could reach. Let me see if I could find one. Hold on. With something like this that is very shallow that they could step into. Put a couple of them of these inside of that tray and mist it down with something like that. Or you could just wet it and put it like that. And that would make it easier for them to eat it. And that's what I feed them. I like to feed them these types of diets mostly. But I'll show you the Missouri later, which is the one that I feed my adults. I feed Missouri to these guys as well, but less often. These are Missouri right here, and you can see they're a lot softer, and that's because you could wet it down and it'll stay soft, unlike that one will get back hard again. So I'm just gonna let these guys eat. They already ate today, that's why I'm only leaving a little bit, and I'm gonna go feed the rest of my tortoises. And the most important thing for them to eat is grass. You can see they're eating right there. These tortoises are grazers, which means that they'll just spend most of the day just grazing on grass, and that's what you want to see them eat, mostly grass. Grass would make 70 to 80% of their diet, but like I said, I do like to supplement the grass with different types of food, and that's the types of food that I'm going to be talking about today. So today I'm just going to be feeding some romaine. They already ate a little bit today. This girl ate some hibiscus. You can see the stems right there, and I'll show you my hibiscus and everything now. But romaine is something that I get often because I could just get these off of donations, so that's why I feed it so often. And you'll see it in a lot of my videos because I like to just feed it for hydration and to keep them hydrated, not really to give them nutrition or anything. So it's just like blank food. It's not really doing anything to them. It's not benefiting them other than hydration. And today, for these guys, these are the hermanns tortoises, and there they are, the hermanns tortoises. And I have one small sulcata in here, which can't be with these guys yet because obviously she's too small. Today I fed him some hibiscus as well, and I fed him some Missouri. That's what my dog was eating. You can see some Missouri right there. I used a tray, which is right here, to feed it to them. You can see that's the tray that I used. I put it there and they were eating it. And this Missouri I keep in this right here. So let me open this up. So this is the Missouri. I just give them a little bit every day. Not every day, every other day. And they'll eat a lot of that. They love the Missouri. This one is a specific flavor, but the one I used to have had a bunch of different flavors. So these guys, especially Nyx, she loves the Missouri. And Missouri is something that I definitely recommend if you're going to keep a tortoise. And this is something else that you probably see very often when you're looking into tortoises. This is Spineless, Opuntia cactus, and this is something that's very good for them. This has hydration. It could benefit with them with different types of vitamins, calcium, and this is something that's pretty good to feed them. I'll feed them this maybe once, twice a week, depending. A lot of them just get it from the enclosure. The ones that I have in here, they'll get it from enclosure. You can see they'll bite it and they'll eat it like that. So the ones in here, I don't feed this cactus and the hibiscus either because everything just falls off the tree. And I'll just cut off different parts of the plant and they'll eat that. The flowers fall off by themselves, so they'll eat that too. And sorry, I just got a spider web in my mouth. You can see I cut this off here, and they'll leave the branch looking like this after just a couple minutes. I did this today, and they ate a ton of hibiscus. So something that I do recommend is hibiscus. Just get them a couple plants, start growing them as soon as you get your babies, and you could keep them in there. And you could keep this in their enclosures if you have an outdoor enclosure, or inside, or not inside, or just keep it outdoors and just cut off leaves and give it to your baby until your baby's ready to go outside. And that's better because that way your plant gets big enough that when your baby's already big. So is the plant, and the sulcata wouldn't crush it if you have a sulcata. And then the same thing with this cactus. This cactus is great to grow. You just twist it off and you could put a piece in the dirt and they'll start coming out after a couple weeks. So this is something else that I recommend. These two things, definitely my top two foods right here, other than the tortoise diet that I have over there. Another plant that I like to feed my sulcatas is mulberry. I don't have any trees here. I keep them at my grandparents' house, but I'm going to bring one over here once the tree is big enough, because I'm going to put it with the sulcatas, and as you can see, they're pretty big. They'll destroy any plant that's in here. So the plant needs to be big too. So maybe next year it'll be ready and I could bring it over here and they'll get mulberry leaves whenever they want. And I'll get to eat some of the berries as well because they taste pretty good. So mulberries, hibiscus, and spineless cactus are good things you could grow for yourself. I have a video that I'll put in the description on plants that I grow for my tortoises, and I'll show you all the plants that I grow there. And this video is just talking about what I like to feed them. And if I don't really know exactly what I could tell you guys, because I can't tell you what to feed them exactly, because everybody has their own preferences on what to feed them, on the availability wherever you are, on what you could feed them. So a lot of people would just feed romaine lettuce because that's very easy to find, but that's not something very good for them. So you could definitely feed romaine lettuce, but like I said, it's not very nutritional. You could just give them some romaine lettuce, then just supplement it with some hibiscus. Just keep the diet varied. Give them some hibiscus, give them some spineless cactus, give them some tortoise diet. And if you keep a varied diet with different things in it, your tortoise should come out great. As long as you make sure, you gotta do a lot of research. This shouldn't be the only video that you're watching. Just search up different things to feed your tortoise, and you'll find a lot of different things that you could give them. So this is just some of the things that I found easy to grow and easy to feed to them. And yeah, I definitely recommend it. The hibiscus, mulberry, cactus, all that good stuff. Those plants, you could probably see them a lot in my enclosures. They don't really eat those. That's just for them to hide in. So yeah, if you guys have sulcatas, the main thing that you want to be feeding them is definitely the grass. They should have an enclosure, outdoor enclosure like this, that they could just eat grass. And if it's too cold wherever you are, or they're too small, you could just rip out some of the grass clippings and throw it in their enclosures. I do that for my babies, and they love to eat the grass. So that's something great to feed them. And we have Gracie over there in the background. But yeah, I'm just gonna end the video here. And if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm probably gonna do this just as a bonus video, not gonna be an upload. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. And all the other videos are gonna be tagged in the description. Links are gonna be in there so you guys can see them, check them out. I'll also put it at the end of this video. I'll put a playlist that I made to help you out with these guys. So thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a like, leave a comment, turn on post notifications, and have a great day.